switched itself on. I don't know how long this video will last. It may cut out because my battery is showing low because I've been taking photos. Today is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. It's 23 degrees, believe it or not, in Fleetwood. It's one of the first days I've ever felt hot or warm. Not hot, warm. I'm meant for this kind of weather. Yeah, I was just peering at the screen because it's only showing me one life on my battery, so just don't. It has a habit, if it cuts out, it deletes the video, so I've got to watch myself here, yeah. Well, what am I wearing? I haven't made this myself. It's a very ancient one I bought from George, which is like Asda, Walmart, whatever you want to call it in the US. It's little squares, but I didn't make it, so I can't lay claim to it. I have finished off this cardigan that will be winging its way to the US very shortly. Just waiting for Amazon to deliver me some bags that are hopefully big enough to get my cardigans in to go in. Oh, it's been a nightmare trying to find out how much it's going to cost to send them, how to bag them up. Is it cheaper to send them as separate ones? Is it cheaper to send them all along, all together? Oh, a nightmare. Anyway, this is the cardigan I've finished. Lots of people have said how lovely it is, but sadly, I got the yarn some time ago and they don't make it anymore. It was called Maypole and they don't make it, so I can't repeat it. So a couple of people have asked me, could I do one in certain size and this, that and the other, but this one is spoken for and no, I can't repeat it because, well, if I can't get the wool, I can't get the wool, can I? Well, the yarn, I should say. What have I done this week? Well, apart from finishing the cardigan, and apart from whatever else I've done, gone to knit club, different things like that, I actually treated myself to a Simply Crochet magazine. As you know, I don't often do that. I know that Tracy from Crochet Rocks, she does them all the time, she does these reviews, but for me they're few and far between because I don't really buy them. And every time I buy them I wonder why. Yeah. This one is issue 137. And I quite like the one on the front cover, but I don't know whether I'll ever make it. And hello phone, it always tootles. Well, what came with it this time was a hook stand. You can see it, a hook stand. There's a picture of it in the magazine, made up. I've actually got a couple of lovely hook stands that were made for by a friend that are in the shed and I don't use them, so I need to use those. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's made up, yeah. You can see it. That's the hook stand, yeah. Anyway, we shall press on before, hopefully I'm not making this video in vain and the whole thing goes kaput. Inside is a pattern which is lovely, but I think you have to buy it from West Yorkshire Spinners. It's not in the magazine. It's rather nice. It's a me one. I've just seen a thing on the eBay and it said, which is the happiest sign of the zodiac? And would you believe? Sagittarius. That's me. I do try and see the happy side of everything. You know, there's no point, is there, in being miserable? You're not here long enough to be miserable. Well, it's telling me what the contents are, but I'd rather show you the bigger pictures if you know what I mean. This is another shawl, which is not in the magazine. It's Cascade Yarn, Ultra Pima. It's a pattern by Elizabeth Davis. Oh, and it's a free pattern, but you need to go to Cascade Yarns to get it. Yeah. Find your happy place. Invite a friend to dine al fresco. Well, I don't think much of the mats. Very, very plain. As I said, Tracy from Crochet Rocks has made some lovely mats if you go over to her channel and have a look. You know, she's made them in like random different colours and they look nice. Well, nicer than those. Yeah, what have we got? Oh, gosh. There you see, this is more me. I mean, I haven't got any little girls to do, but that's more me. And that's more me. But that pattern's in a book. You have to buy the book. I think it's £15. Timeless Norrow Crochet. And we've all got the money for Norrow, haven't we? Not. To be honest, I worked with Norrow. Some lady didn't give me Norrow. She gave it to me to make something for her. That's not giving, is it? No, whatever, anyway. I hated working with it. It had all bits of twigs in it and all sorts. It was really horrible, rough. Couldn't understand why she paid as much as she had for it. I think it was Norrow Silk or something. Silk Garden. Does that sound familiar? I really didn't rate it much at all. I thought, and she's paid all that for it. Oh, no. Right. Waterside Wonderland. Woo! That's nice if you're into making blankets. And that one's a very plain bag. You know my feelings about bags. They have to be lined. Otherwise, no point in making them because everything falls through the holes and they go droopy. This one is a necklace made with little seashells. And this one's, to me, a quite ugly bikini. Bottom looks alright if you're that way inclined, but the top looks quite ugly to me. Might all look better if they're showing it on a model, yeah. And a hat, which reminds me a bit of Buster Keaton, you know, it turns up all the way around. And if you're in the mood to make a pair of sandals, which, frankly, no. Yeah, this top is nice, but I don't wear sleeveless, and I think it would be a bit of a nightmare, wouldn't it? You'd have to keep changing colours, wouldn't you, all across the row? I don't know whether I'm up for that or not. Looks nice. Would I wear it? Not unless I put sleeves. Yes, I'm showing arms today, but that's a rarity. It's never usually warm enough to show arms. Right, this one is creativecraftingworld.co.uk. Landscape sweater Karen. Karen patterns are usually free, aren't they? So maybe you might find that on as a free pattern. And then if you want to crochet yourself a flower, there we go. Crochet a flower. Oh, if you subscribe today, you could get a, well, I think it's supposed to be pronounced scages, but I call it sheep jeeps. A colour pack worth $35.95. If you are into amigurumas and want hundreds and hundreds of little teeny weeny little balls, because that's what they'll be. They won't be 50 grams, that's for sure. That is for sure. Catherine's journal from the studio. Oh gosh, the wind's getting up. It's supposed to be thundering later on. I don't know if it will or not. Wear with pride. I believe it's Pride Month, isn't it? You can make a little heart and wear with pride. I like rainbows anyway. Doesn't need to say I necessarily want to wear things, but I do like rainbows anyway. Now this looks lovely from the front. But as always with these edge-to-edge things, if they're cropped, to me they're always baggy at the back. I wouldn't like that, you know, like sticking out floaty bit at the back. I wouldn't like that. Elephantastic. Well, I wouldn't really call it elephantastic. It's just not a very nice elephant. I've seen much nicer ones. And you know I love an elephant. But I don't care for that one. Don't care for that one. Now these are more my cup of tea if I made things. But of course I never sell any baby things. I don't know why I bother. But they've got bubbles on and they're in quite brighter colours. It would be nice if you had the market. I just don't have the market for baby things. I don't know why nobody wants to buy my baby things. Apparently if I was in the US I would sell them a bomb, but I'm not. I'm in the UK. And the UK put newborn babies in dungarees and great big trainers. Gone are the days with the pretty dresses and the nice cardigans. Gone. Although there was a lady going by the other day with a big coach-built silver cross pram with a big canopy over the top. And I thought, now that is how a baby should look. Yeah. Newborn baby, obviously, but beautiful, yeah. That's a blanket if you're into making boring blankets. As you know, blankets and I do not see eye to eye. Keep it light. This is where they give two different people balls of wool and tell them to create things, yeah. I mean, they're very nice, but what a icky shade. Who wears that icky shade? Maybe it's just me who likes bright colours. Maybe it's just me who doesn't like icky shades. I think beige and grey should get banned. As clothing apparel banned. I don't mind an accessory in beige or accessory in grey, but a whole ensemble. How boring is that? I think grey and beige means you can't make your mind up on the colour. Yeah. This is the Golden Moments blanket, but of course you have to buy umpteen issues of it to get all the bits. I think this bit is the one with that. That's the only thing I've got against these crochet alongs and make alongs and that. Is you have to commit yourself, don't you, to buy this magazine forever and a day. You don't always want to spend 10 quid on a magazine, do you? You know. Now this is more me, but of course it's not in the magazine. This is a designer. She's more me. It's all different designers, I beg your pardon. Young and Beautiful, that's what she's called. Clockwise from left to right, Jessica of the Stitch Snitch. A crop top by Sierra of Crochet, and a mini dress by the Stitch Snitch. Oh, that's hard to say. They're nice for young people, aren't they? Can't imagine me wearing anything like that. And these are Jade Ann of Ann Sist, a form-fitting crop top by Nicole of the Crochet Crochet, and the dress is from a crop top by Anna. Oh, it's Cluster, I think. Cluster. They're all very pretty if you're young and got the figure. But I don't think Fleetwood is ready for me wearing anything like that. This one I like. This is, you know, me mandalas. Got dozens of rings I'm supposed to be making mandalas from, but not got around to it. Maybe I'll actually use a pattern. Yeah. This one's very pretty, but again you'd have to line it, wouldn't you? But it is, you know, one of the best ones I've seen actually. One of the ones I would consider making. 4 motifs. Oh, there are only 4 motifs. Must be because you're using them with different colours, mustn't it? Yeah, only got 4 motifs. That's a thought for you, Janet. Brent Fox Yarns and Indie Dyer. Indie dyers are gorgeous, they're beautiful, they're lovely, their colours are wonderful, their prices are out of my pocket. But, hey ho. Lace and Grace, that's a very, very sort of fancy garland or whatever you want to call them. What do we call them? We used to call them bunting. Bunting. B is for blankets. No, it's not in my vocabulary. B is for boring. Why would you want to make a B with all these lovely yarns? It's just showing you different yarns. Not going through them all. They're usually all quite expensive anyway. They only ever show you quite expensive ones. They never show you the bargain basement ones at all. Do I sound cynical? Yes, I do. What does yarn weight mean? I was telling you what the UK weights are as opposed to what the US equivalents are, which are never very accurate. You're only better off if you have to do the dreaded tension square. That is the only way you're ever going to make it, whether it's going to be right or not. Because a US 4 is like in between double knit and Aran tool, so You've got to make your mind up whether you want it looking thicker and chunky, in which case we use the Aran, or you want it drapier and more holy, in which case we use the double knit. We do not have an equivalent to year 4. That's what's going to be in next month's issue. Whether I buy it or not. Watch this space. I may not. Oh, this is all the old, how to do the stitches, how to do this, how to do that, how to do the other. And if you don't know how to crochet, this magazine is not for you. Oh, I like that one. What's that one? Oh, I can't read it. Oh gosh, my eyes. Colourful blankets, easy cardigan, jumper. Oh gosh, I don't know who it's with. Oh, By the Sea Crochet. I do like that cardigan. I don't wear pink, as you know, but that's not bad. I do wear bright pink, and it's got all the shades in it. Now you see how they're gorgeous. But I know for a fact if I made them, nobody would want them. And I don't have any babies to give them to. And I'm not wealthy enough to do them for charity. That's a nice bag, but again, you'd have to line it, wouldn't you? And you'd have to get the right kind of strap, otherwise you start off with a shoulder strap and finish up with it swinging around your knees, don't you? Right, what also came with this magazine is something a bit strange, actually, for a crochet magazine. It's called Patterns and Puzzles. It's got patterns in. It's also got puzzles. That's the pattern. Then we've got puzzles. Then we've got amigurumis, the twin sisters. Then we've got more puzzles. And more puzzles. And more puzzles. I might as well just call it a puzzle book. And more puzzles. And then there's a blanket that's done like a bit of a Scrabble board. Oh no, it's a crossword. It's a blanket done like a crossword. There's all the puzzle, and then there's one where you do letters and make a cushion cover. And then I think we've got more puzzles. Yeah, we've got more puzzles. And even more puzzles. And at the back they tell you the answers. So that's unusual, isn't it, having a book that's got puzzles with it, yeah. Anyway, I hope this doesn't run out before I finish. I hate to do it all over again when the battery's charged up. It's now showing I've got less than 1 battery life. It's my own fault for taking photos, yeah. I've actually got my shorts on again today. You know, the patchwork shorts. Got a lovely pair of patchwork trousers that I've forgotten to show you. They're hanging up. I'll show them here one day when I'm wearing. I got them from my favourite shop, Moonbeams and Mayhem. Love that shop. Don't love the prices, can't afford the prices, but every now and again I splurge, you know. I have got more cotton and cotton mix yarns and that on my eBay for sale, and I will put a link underneath here. I've actually put some 6 cakes. I mean, they're lovely, but I just won't use them. They're like yellow in the middle, then they go to lime green, then green, and then purple around the outside. And they're slightly fluffy. And I did make a lovely shawl with one of them. So, but I didn't want another 6. Another 6 shawls all the same colour. I thought, that's a bit of an overload. But somebody may want to make a blanket. Or make 6 shawls, I don't know, you never know. Anyway, I've got them on my eBay. Everything's very reasonably priced. And as I said before, if you like ice yarn, but you don't like paying the postage from Turkey, any VAT or any, what do they call it? Customs tax and everything that you might get charged. I've already paid it, so you might as well look on the eBay. See if you fancy anything, because you're getting a bargain of what I paid for it when you think how much I paid with everything else added on, you know. I mean, if you look on ice yarn, the yarn looks very reasonably priced, and it is nice and it's lovely yarn and everything like that. but by the time they've added everything else on, it finishes up at the other end at like twice, 3 times the price as what you started off with. I know we can't help it, it's maybe our fault for coming out of the EU, I don't know what it is, but anyway. So I'm going to think of something to start, although I could try finishing off that patchwork cardigan. I keep doing it bits and pieces. Although the colours, I mean, I had a bundle of cotton colours and they didn't go together at all. So putting them together was not my brightest idea. But maybe it won't be too horrendous when it's finished, I don't know. Anyway, I will see you tonight on my live. I'll probably have changed because I won't be wearing my shorts. It goes cold in my room. My son is trying to prove a point. I think he's put the thermometer in my room and it's actually showing 23 in my room, which is a change because it's normally like a fridge. It's like opening the fridge door when you walk in there. That's why you normally see me wearing a cardigan and everything else. So I'm waiting for the Amazon man to deliver me the bags, which I'm hoping are big enough to put all these cardigans in that are destined to the US. And I've had a couple more orders in the UK. Thank you very much for people who've ordered from me. I will be doing another video showing what I've still got left to sell, which is quite a lot. But I'm not taking orders because I just want to, I'm not in the market for being a business anymore. I just don't want the hassle and the deadlines and the grief when people want things by a certain day and a certain colour and a certain size. And I just don't want to be buying any more yarn, to be quite truthful about it. But I do have still a lot of tops and sweaters to sell. So I will be doing yet another blatant selling video saying, look at me, look at what I've got. And they will all be reduced, I promise you, they will all be reduced. So anyway, I'm going to say bye for now, and I hope you're having such gorgeous weather, and I hope we don't get a thunderstorm, because I don't have a bed I can get under, or I can't go under a table or under the stairs anymore. My ex-husband used to laugh at me. I am terrified. My dad used to tell me all these stories, sit me down when I was little and say, oh, it's God banging the clouds together, and oh look, the lightning, isn't it pretty, and that. He tried his best not to get me to be scared of it. But do you know what, Daddy? It didn't work, sorry to say. Yeah, it didn't work. I was still scared to death. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go before my battery dies, so I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.